Hello, and welcome back to the GIST English Masterclass. Today, we're going to tackle something that's, absolutely essential for any professional setting. We're talking about how to give your personal details clearly and with confidence in English. So, let me ask you something. Do you ever feel, a little nervous when you have to introduce yourself in English? Trust me, you are not alone. It's a super common feeling. But hey, by the end of our class today, I promise you're going to feel so much more prepared and way more confident. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We'll start with your professional details, then move to your name, birth date, and age. After that, we'll cover your contact information, and then your nationality and languages. We'll wrap up by putting it all together and going over some key rules to remember.
All right, let's dive right into our first section, your professional details. Now, you might be thinking, when am I actually going to use this stuff? Well, the answer is probably a lot more often than you think. I mean, just think about it. You're going to need this for job interviews, for filling out all sorts of registration forms, introducing yourself in meetings, or even just on a quick online call. Getting this right is so important because, it makes an amazing first impression. Okay, moving on to section 2. Here we're going to cover the real basics, your name, your birth date, and your age. Let's find out the most professional way to talk about these things.
So when it comes to your name, keeping it simple is always the best way to go. You can just say, my first name is Pierre, and my last name is Barreau. See, it's super direct, totally clear, and sounds really professional. And just to be super clear on this, your first name is your personal name, right? Like Pierre. Your last name is your family name. You might also hear people call it a surname. They mean the exact same thing. All right, what about your birthday? You've got a couple of great options here. You can say, my date of birth is March 12th, 1990. Or you could say, I was born on March 12th, 1990. Now, pay really close attention to that tiny little word, on. It's so important. You always need to include it before the date. Okay, this next one is super important. It's about how you say your age. In English, we always use the verb to be. So the correct way is to say, I am 35 years old. A really common mistake for learners is saying, I have 35 years. So definitely watch out for that one.
All right, ready for the next part? Let's talk about section 3, your contact information. We're going to cover how to say your email, phone number, and address the right way in English.
So imagine someone asks for your email. The easiest way to respond is, my email address is, but then comes the tricky part, right? How do you actually say all those symbols out loud? Let's break it down.
Okay, let's look at these symbols. The little period is called dot. The @ symbol, we say at. That line on the bottom is an underscore. And the one in the middle is a hyphen, or you might also hear dash. So for the email on the screen, you would say it like this, pierre.barad@gmail.com.
Now, what about phone numbers? In English, it's really common to just say each number one by one. So instead of saying a number like 12, you'd actually say 1, 2. For this example, you'd say it like this, 06 12 34 56 78. Easy, right? Just one number at a time.
And for your home address, a really great way to say it, especially internationally, is I live at, and then you just say your street address and city. For the postal code, you can just add the postcode is.
You're doing great. Let's move on to our fourth section, nationality and languages. This is all about how to talk about where you're from and what languages you speak in a really professional way.
When you're talking about your nationality, you've got two really simple and perfect options. You can just say, I am French, or you can say, my nationality is French. Honestly, both are completely correct and everyone will understand you.
Now, if you want to sound extra professional, here's a great way to talk about your language skills. You can start with your native language and then mention the other languages you use for work. So you could say something like, my native language is French, and I speak English for professional communication. That sounds really polished. Okay, so we've looked at all the different little pieces of the puzzle. Now for Section 5, it's time to put it all together. Let's listen to what a complete professional introduction sounds like when you combine everything we've learned.
Okay, listen closely to how this all flows together. It might sound something like this. Hello, my name is Pierre Barad. I was born on March 12, 1990, so I am 34 years old. My email address is pierre.barad@gmail.com, and my phone number is 0612345678. I am French, and I speak both French and English. See how that works? It's just so clear, simple, and professional.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today. So let's wrap things up with our final section, number 6, a quick summary of the key rules to remember. Think of this as your cheat sheet with the most important things from our class. So let's do a super quick review. First, for your age, always use I am. For your date of birth, remember that little word on. I was born on. For your name, keep it simple. My first name is, and my last name is. When you're giving an email, don't forget to say the symbols out loud, dot, at, and underscore. And last but not least, for phone numbers, just say them one by one.
And you know, if there's one thing I really want you to take away from this, it's that practice is everything. Seriously, try saying these details about yourself out loud, maybe in front of a mirror. The more you do it, the more natural it's going to feel, and the more confident you're going to sound. I promise.
So, are you ready to introduce yourself? You absolutely have all the tools and the right structure now to do it like a pro in English. I really hope this class was helpful for you. See you in the next class!